Benjamin Hall, our colleague, now joins us from London. And Benjamin, you've watched these developments from the Middle East into Russia and back again. And just what are you seeing right now that's on this chessboard, and how it's moving and why?
Well, it is a chessboard. It really is three-dimensional chess right now. And we're looking at all the different pieces. What might have led Putin to make this exchange now? What might have led Biden to make this exchange now? Look, I think first and foremost, we've got to realize that this is an amazing day for both Paul, for Evan, and for the two people, those two, and the others who we've been talking about for a long, long time. This was hostage diplomacy. These were innocent Americans taken off the streets of Russia to be held by Putin so he could get something back in return from the US. And the big question today is, what has Putin got back? What will the exchange look like? And you'll remember when Brittany Griner was exchanged as well, there was quite a lot of anger that Paul Whelan was not included amongst that deal, when Victor Bout, a major arms dealer, was exchanged in the other direction. So, look, it's a wonderful day. And of course, I feel very personally, in a sense, for Evan as well. This is another journalist who, like myself, was targeted by Russia. And on that one moment, that one day where you are going home, is a remarkable day. So we've got to appreciate that today. But now we have to start looking at what it means on the big picture as well. You know, I remember when I was a State Department correspondent, and you would go from office to office and you would try to meet people. The one office that I found hardest to really speak to was the hostage negotiators. These people who said what we do happens so tightly behind closed doors because of how sensitive it is. And that's why, first of all, this news has broken out of nowhere today. You know, we knew negotiations had been going on for a long time. They're constantly going on. But for a deal of this size, involving so many countries, to happen like this, you know, last minute, is quite amazing. So, look, if we look at the Biden sort of running for re-election, I think it is possible to say that Biden, having pulled back, no longer running, it's no longer a big political win for President Biden the way it could have been otherwise. If he was heading to an election and these hostages were released, that's a big political win as he seeks re-election. So I think from Putin's perspective, that has been taken away. So he hasn't been given a big political will to Biden. In terms of who he's getting back, that's sending a very clear message to Russians as well, that Putin will not leave behind Russians abroad if they are being held, his own people. And I think at the state of the war, the state of the economy in Russia, that is a message that Putin also wants to send. So they really are working on so many different levels at the moment, and I think we'll find out more, certainly in the next few hours, I think, but many people holding their breaths, waiting until both Paul and Evan and the others are actually handed across, and then I think we'll start to learn far more about it.
Ben, what about for people thinking that either they will have business in some of these countries, maybe want to travel, they want to see the world, and the dangers of some of these people, Americans, traveling overseas where they could be taken at any moment?
The State Department has made it very, very clear that no American should really be traveling to Russia at the moment. The threat of being taken off the streets is very high.
I'm sorry if I can interrupt. Does the UK government say the same?
They do, absolutely. Okay. And it's been that way for a few years. I can't remember the level at which the State Department says it, but the threat to Americans currently in Russia is very, very high. And we have seen totally innocent people, we have seen by Evan and Paul, taken off the streets of Russia. So we know that Vladimir Putin uses innocent Americans as hostages, and he uses them to get political gain. He'll pick them up however he can. So yes, certainly the danger continues in Russia, and that will not change, of course, going forward.
Benjamin, it's great to see you. A belated happy birthday to you from a week earlier.
Happy birthday.
Benjamin Hall, thank you with us.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.